I'm the Feral Darrell that plays, and welcome back to another Overlook Bay video. As we guys know, Overlook Bay 2 is coming out very soon. In fact, it is coming out this month, in the month of August. So, naturally, what do when a new game comes out? We speculate what the game will have, and we start talking about things that we want to be added to the game. So, in this video today, we'll be talking about 10 things that Overlook Bay 2 should have. So, without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Now, just to make things a little bit more clear, these things in this video will kind of come from other games, and we'll get right into that in a minute, but I just want to say, I don't want Overlook Bay 2 just to have these same features copied straight from other games. I'm saying that Wonderworks Studio should just take inspiration from them and create like a system kind of sort of like that. So the first example is the journal or something like that, kind of like a log that shows your pets, your items, your everything that you got, like your whole inventory. This would also work as like a little sticker book or something, but what I would like, kind of like this Adopt Me one, is it shows you like the stats, like for example, how many eggs you've hatched, how many of those pets you've hatched, where that pet came from, how old that car is, etc. It's like a whole story. It like tells you everything about the item that you need to know instead of going to like a offline wiki, which is kind of annoying in the first place. It's just so useful for players to see like which pets they're missing or which pets they need more of or etc. Which pets they can make shiny of. I really like the Adopt Me journal and how they did it. And it is divided into different categories like pets, cars, items, petware, etc. Strollers, toys. I would like that to be in Overlook Bay 2 as well. Just kind of one journal with everything that we need. All the information all in one place. That would be perfect. So the second thing I would like to be added to Overlook Bay is some sort of like box or like a crate or something like that, or like gifts or something that would like reward players for completing certain tasks. And the best example of this is once again in Adopt Me. Yes, I'm sorry for going to Adopt Me so much, but this one is great. In Adopt Me, they have tasks, kind of like Overlook Bay does. They're just your average tasks that you get once a day. It's like collect fruit or catch a fish or just random tasks like that. But what I like about it is there's some tasks. Well, there's two. Either make a neon pet or make a mega neon pet, which is like equivalent to making a shiny or rainbow shiny pet in Overlook Bay. And then what we can do is we get a special item from that, which could either be crafted into something or is just like a regular box, kind of like this is. In Adopt Me, it's called the RGB Box. And you open it, and there can be a whole lot of different things in there. You could get a toy, a vehicle, I think you can even get food, and the grand prize is like 2 really cool pets that are super rare just because they're exclusive to these RGB boxes. Now, I wouldn't want them to be called RGB box, I just want it to be something like that, a reward for rewarding players for making those special shiny or rainbow shiny pets in Overlook Bay. The third thing I would like in Overlook Bay is a bank. Now, I've said this before in a regular Overlook Bay update ideas video, which the last one was way over a year ago, but anyways, a bank. Why do we need a bank in Overlook Bay? So, a few certain reasons. There could be like a stock market in there. I'll get more into that later. I know stock market stuff is kind of confusing, but I think it could be worth it and could work well in a game like Overlook Bay where we can invest our gems. More about that later anyway. But the actual bank would kind of be like the Pet Simulator bank, where we can either share a bank account with someone or have our own bank account with someone, where we can deposit pets and then take them out of your bank when you want to, or we can put gems in there or whatever the Overlook Bay currencies are. I think that would be perfect. We can store pets in there that we don't want in our inventories. And what I really want, there's no point in making a bank, in my opinion, if it doesn't have the ability to be able to lock your pets in there with like a password, like even like a 3 or 4 number combination. I think it would really be worth it. That's an easy way to like not get hacked, I guess. Like, at the end of the day, when you play, we can put all of our pets in our bank account and lock it up with a special combination that only you know, and this will prevent hacking. Like, if you do get hacked, that'll prevent you from losing all of your stuff. I think it's worth it. I really do think this is the future for Overlook Bay. They should definitely add a bank with a lock on it so you can lock in your pets, store in your pets without worrying about waking up in the morning and all your pets being gone. This has happened to me in Adopt Me twice. This has happened to my sister. You get hacked often and you don't want to restart your game, and it could be really frustrating to restart. So this is what I would really like that in Overlook Bay. And the fourth thing they can add in Overlook Bay that would also go along in a bank, which I kind of touched on earlier, would be like a stock market or something like that. Now, before you click away, I know this is a little confusing, but think about it this way. What if you can get your gems and bet on certain NPCs making more money than you, or even your friends? Like, let's say it lasts for a week long, and let's say that my friend, or let's just go with my sister. Let's say I bet my sister could make 20,000 gems this week in Overlook Bay. So then I place a bet that she can get that. Basically, I'm investing in her that she can get that money. And if she does, then I get my money back and some. And you just kind of invest your gems over and over until you make a profit or until you lose gems or something like that. It doesn't have to be exactly how the stock market is. I kind of like my idea right there. But I know it could be a little complicated. But investing would be really cool in Overlook Bay. Even like interest. So basically how interest works is you put money and you compound it monthly or bi-monthly or something like that, and you add money to it, and the bank could add some money to it, or basically, what's the easiest way to say this? Basically, you put money in the bank and your money grows over time. I think they had something like that in Pet Simulator X before, but it didn't last too long because players could get incredibly rich fast over it. And I think investing would be great in Overlook Bay because it could have some kind of learning aspect in the game that kids could learn for the future in investing their money so that they could go to college or buy a home in the future. I think this would be a really cool addition to Overlook Bay. Now, the fifth feature that should be added to Overlook Bay is a place to sell your stuff. I also had this in one of my previous videos, but I think it is still relevant to this day. I don't think we should be able to trade gems in a trading, but I do think we should have it kind of like a Pet Simulator style once again. Or what's that other game called? Please Donate, I think the game's called, where you set up a booth, you put items in the booth, and set it for a certain price, and a person, just a random person in the server, could buy it for whatever price is on your booth. I think that's great. I think something like that is needed in Overlook Bay, maybe even Adopt Me as well, where we can sell our pet for a controlled price. And there's no scamming involved, there's no nothing. It's a perfectly safe way to sell your pets for gems without having to worry about making a bad deal because you know exactly what you want for it, exactly what price. I think this is perfect. It works in everyone's favor because the person that is selling the item gets gems, which is what they want, and the person looking for the item gets what they want as well because they get the pet. So everyone's happy. This is the perfect feature to make everyone happy because both sides of the trade makes everyone happy. That's what's perfect. And the next thing is kind of similar to that as well. It is the auction house, or the ability to auction things. Overlook Bay, Overlook RP had an auction house. It was never had a use to it in the end. But I think an auction thing would work like that in Overlook Bay 2, especially if they have these little trading booths like they do in Pet Simulator X. Then an auction house would be perfect for Overlook Bay 2 as well. All they need to do is have a big open area, maybe even in the trading area like in Pet Simulator X, and people bid on a pet. Like if a person is unsure what it's worth, they can even put it for like 1 gem, and then people can bid and bid and bid until people feel like it is a fair price. I really like this aspect of Pet Simulator X and hope they add it to Overlook Bay 2. And speaking of Overlook Bay 2, the 7th thing that we need in Overlook Bay 2 is a fishing tournament or an event. Now, Wonderworks Studio hosted one of these in the past where it was one weekend and players had to fish and get as many fish as they possibly can, and they had a leaderboard and everything, and the people that caught the most fish got special prizes. I think all the prizes were like a whole lot of gems, and when I mean a lot of gems, I think first place got 100,000 gems or something. Now I can't find anything online about what they won, but I know it was only once, and it was either in beta or right after beta ended, in Overlook Bay 1 like 2 or 3 years ago. So it was a long time ago, and they could definitely expand on it and make it better than ever before, which is why it's on this list, because I know we kind of got it before, but I would like to see it again in the future. Now, next on our list, number 8, is a museum. Now, you might be thinking, Daryl, we have one already. We have a museum in Overlook Bay. Why do we need another one? And that is because of this right here. It has no history in it. In the old pet shop, it had all of the old pet pods in it. And in the room next door, it has all of these pet pod machines in it. This is more of a museum than the actual museum that we have in Overlook Bay. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. What I would like in Overlook Bay 2 is a museum. They could even add the same museum that we have already in Overlook Bay and just put things like this in there. Even little pictures of the old pet shop and the pet pod machines, and even showing off the old pets and the pet pods as well. Even like a little screen, or like kind of like the Adopt Me journal once again, that showed what pets were in every event. I think that'd be cool. Like, as an example, we have one little corner of the North Pole update, and it has some pictures in the little corner. It has like a little like a little scrolly thing on the wall. I'm not sure what to call it, like a little bulletin board looking thing. And you can go through and see all the pets, items, vehicles, and everything that came from that update. I think that'd be really cool. And also have some history of Overlook Bay and Overlook RP in it too, similar to my history of Overlook Bay video. I think that'd be a really cool addition to Overlook Bay 2, and would just have some history in the game as well. Now, the next thing, the 9th thing on today's list is mini pets. Now, we are in Row Pets right now because this is a prime example of what this game did right. To be honest, I never played Row Pets that long, but this one system was what they really got right. These mini pet things. There are 3 of them that follow you around. Now, there could be more, there could be less, depending on what Wonderworks Studio would want. And they have a whole system behind it. So they have these things called capsules, and they also have these little task things. Now, to get these random little things, like these ingredients, you have to find them around the map, which I'll just skip to me finding them. And we break these things, and they break into different collectible crafting ingredients. And then with the crafting ingredients, you craft better and better items until you're able to get 10 purple points. And with the 10 purple points, these petling coins, you can trade 10 of them in for 1 petling capsule, which you can see right here. And then you can open the petling capsule and merge petlings until you get better and better and better petlings from like common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and then mythic or legendary or whatever comes next. I really, really like this system a lot, and I would love to see it in Overlook Bay 2. And these mini petlings, if I were Overlook Bay 2, if I were Wonderworks Studio, what I would do is make these petlings the old pets from Overlook Bay and Overlook RP. Because I know that they said that they're not going to add the same exact pets, but what if they add the same exact pets as mini pets? I think that would be cool. I think that'd be great. Like a way to have the old pets in game, but not have them as pets. I think that's perfect. Now, the 10th and final thing that Overlook Bay 2 should have is an obby. Now, we were promised an obby in Overlook RP, but never ended up coming true, which is totally fine, which happened a lot with Overlook RP, but basically an obby would be great. Now, we were promised, like I said, an obby, and the obby would be inside of the school. That's what was initially announced, and I think that would still be great. Either have the obby in a school, or just have a separate building for obby like we do in Row Pets. And similar, just like in Row Pets, they refresh their obby every 24 hours. So every 24 hours, they have a new course. Like, yeah, I think it is the same 7 or 8 courses every week. Or I think they do have 7 different courses. And I would like something like that in Overlook Bay 2. It would just kind of attract like all kinds of fans. Like the pet style people wanting to play a pet game. And some other features that I said earlier would like attract some simulator people, and this would attract some obby people as well. It'll just get a whole lot more people to the game, which is what we ultimately want for a game and for Overlook Bay 2 to become more and more successful. Now, I had a lot of fun getting all of these ideas for today's video, and I'm sure excited to hear your feedback as well. If you have any Overlook Bay 2 ideas, which I know you guys will, please comment in the comment section below, and I might feature your comment in a future video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in Overlook Bay 2. Goodbye!